Hello, my beautiful soul tribe. Thank you so much for joining your monthly reading for July 2026. This reading is for all the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. If your sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign is in a water sign, this could be the reading for you. At the very beginning of this video, I've provided you with two different options. The first option is a beautiful bluebird perching on the flower crystal. And the second picture is a fox playing with a beautiful crystal butterfly. So you can meditate on these options and choose the one that you feel most resonated with. And I've got the timestamp in the video description. Now, with all that being said, let's get started with our pile number one. Hello, pile number one. You have chosen the bluebird picture. This is a reading for you for the month of July, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Okay. Now, first of all, we're going to pull one card from the major arcana. Let's set the tone for the month of July for you. Okay. And what is coming up, right, for our water signs? Thank you so much, universe. And we've got the Hanged Man. Okay. And we got we need to pull one more card, okay, from celestial deities. Okay. Oh, one card just jumped out, and we have got Pan. Oh, interesting. Okay. So water signs. The hangman sitting together with the pen is a very clear indication about something that you're a little bit worried about because it's happening too slow. Okay. There could be about something that you really want to see. You want to see movement. This could be about maybe seeing money coming in, right? Earning more money, business development, right? Or some kind of project moving forward, or maybe even something related to a relationship development. Hangman sometimes in a good way, okay? Let me put it this way for you. In a good way, this card tells you that, well, you are feeling things are slow, are being suspended. It's meant to be that way. It's not because of you, okay? Because hangman sometimes has a lot to do with this sense of universal timing, okay? When it's not the right timing, we might be feeling that we're waiting, we're twisting our thumbs, right? And things are just not moving fast enough for us. And then because it's slow, right? And then water signs, you got the Pan. And this could be about you worried, right? About, what does that mean? Does it mean that it's never going to happen? Does it mean that something is going wrong, right? Blah, blah, blah. So this hangman energy is really telling you that, okay, there is a sense of suspension, something is slowing down at this moment. Like what I said, could be about career, could be about other things, right? This is generating, so I think what resonates. But the Pan is telling you that you got to be careful with creating a lot of different scenarios in your own mind, and thus you get yourself even more nervous. One of the bad things that I think about Pan that could be good luck for you is that Pan is a god of mountain. And so he is very much related to trees, mountains, hiking, these kind of things. I think for a lot of you guys, if you're having a lot of anxiety, I think it's time for you to get back to nature, right? Be together, go into the mountains, with the trees, meditate in the greenery, things like that. Okay, because I can see that there's something that you've been waiting for. Okay, and you're waiting and waiting and thinking, okay, but I'm worried. Is it gonna happen for me? Is it not gonna happen for me? Right? Is it gonna something's gonna change right in the middle? Gonna change my plan? Okay. Now let's get to a little bit more details. Okay. Now we're gonna pull three cards, right? We're gonna look at your interaction and your relationship with the people around you, your environment, your career, and love. Okay. Ooh, too many cards. Okay. Okay. First card, your environment. Thank you, universe. And we've got Seven of Swords. Okay. Now, I have a very strong feeling that maybe a lot of you guys are trying to leave an old environment. Okay. It's a little bit like maybe you feel like there's something that you are planning and that you want to leave or you want to, kind of change. But at this moment, you are pretty much still keeping it low key for you. Okay, this could be about maybe the place where you live, maybe an old social circle, okay, or some kind of people, environment that you feel like, you know what, this doesn't work out for me anymore, and I want to change. I want to move to a new place. I want to socialize with the new people, or maybe just, you know, having a little bit a self time or alone time. Seven of Swords has a lot to do with a part of us that is sort of like trying to run away from something that is no longer working out. Okay. Now it's not a bad thing, I think. Okay, but let's continue. Okay. With the work and career, we have got the moon. Okay, very interesting. So again, the moon, Seven of Swords with the hangman sitting atop has a lot to do with it. Maybe this has a lot to do with your work, right? Where can you find the so-called prosperity? Where can you develop your business better, right? Where can you do better? It's a little bit like that. The moon card is showing that right now you might be seeing different options in front of you. Do I go this way or do I go that way? But neither you have a guarantee, okay? But you are kind of like playing with different ideas. And one of the reasons why the moon sometimes is showing fear is because we don't have a guarantee. And still, there's a lot of information not being reviewed at this moment. I think, let me see about the timing. Okay, so here's the thing. Yeah, now we're in July. Okay, end of June, July-ish. I think around the end of this year, around Sagittarius season. Okay, I think you will have a very clear idea about your direction. Okay, either this could be about where you're moving to, right, or what kind of life direction you want to take, or something that has just been suspended. But then you're going to see how to move forward, okay, with the right timing and the right opportunity. Now, with love, and we got Queen of Swords, okay. Now, the Queen of Swords, generally speaking, is about someone being single, actually. Okay, now this card has a lot to do with being single, you know, being confident and being independent, right, with your own identity. I like this card at this moment. I think for some of you guys, if you're single and you're planning a lot of changes in your life, I think it's recommended that you remain single during this period of time, right? Because it seems like a lot of decisions will need to be waited for. Okay, there's more information coming in and more truth will be revealed to you about your grand plan in the future. And this Queen of Swords is saying that you need to remain single, okay, by that, in order for you to make the right decision, not to be distracted or not to be led astray, right, by a possible, you know, romantic interest or whatever that is. And this is gonna work out for you very beautifully, okay? Now, let's pull a little bit more cards, okay? Thank you, universe. We're gonna pull 3 cards as advice, okay, for you guys. Thank you, universe. Under 7 of Swords, we've got curiosity, Ariadne. Very good. I think that whatever change that you want to make, right, when it comes to your environment or the people around you, show a little more curiosity. And like what I said, more information will be revealed to you if you're curious enough. This could be about asking questions, right? Finding out what's happening behind the scene. Okay, definitely. 7 of Swords is a little bit like a secrecy, but Ariadne curiosity is about information being revealed. Okay, so you will see. Okay, a lot of the things hidden at this moment in the darkness, you will see it being revealed to you. With the work under the moon, and we've got hope. Pandora, beautiful card. Okay, Pandora, this card tells you that even though at this moment you might be having a little bit of hesitation, not really sure what your career is leading to, is money gonna be working out for me? Am I gonna have enough money, right, to do all the things that I need to do? This Pandora hope tells you that it's important that you keep your mind positive. Okay, very good. Now for love, and we have got strategy Odysseus. I have a very strong feeling, group number 1, water signs, you are going to meet your love, okay, interest when you are either traveling, okay, because Odysseus, his whole story is about journeying, okay, journeying back home from from Troy back to Ithaca, okay, where he was born and where he was the king for. And this card also tells you that your future partner or love is actually always going to be there for you. Because one of the things you need to know is that his wife, Penelope, waited for him for 20 years. Okay. And eventually, when he came back, they had a beautiful reunion. Your partner is somewhere there waiting for you. And don't worry that if it doesn't happen, it will never happen. Whatever that is meant to be happening in your life, it's going to be there for you. You just need to focus on your mission. Focus on, okay, what is my goal? Okay, what do I want to achieve? And where do I want to flourish, right? Set your intention in that goal. And eventually, the love and the partner will come together with you, almost like in a divinely arranged manner. Okay? So I really want you to know that. Also, I'm seeing a very interesting timing around next year, February and March. Okay? This could also be about some important decisions being made for you. Okay? All right. Now we're gonna put one last card as your general guidance, right, for this this July. Okay, from Angel's Oracle. Thank you so much, universe. One card for group number 1, and we have got water signs. Opportunity. This is what I mean, group number 1. You might be feeling a little bit suspended at this period of time, but actually a lot of those things are just in your mind, right? We are creating the biggest fear and the negative scenario in our own mind. The opportunities will be open for you. It will just fall on your laps, okay? But what you need to do is to focus on what you need to create, and also remember, Pan, the god of the mountains, is also a hedonist. So this is also telling you that remember to enjoy life during the process. Remember how to, enjoy the process, right? Before you get to the so-called destination. Thank you so much, my beautiful pond number 1, water signs. This is a very quick reading for you for the month of July. Remember to subscribe and like this video. I'll see you very soon in the next reading session. Bye. Oh, water signs. Thank you so much for joining this reading session. You have chosen this picture, the beautiful fox, right, looking at a crystal butterfly. If you resonate with this photo, then this is a reading for you. All right. First of all, we're going to pull one card from Tarot Major Arcana, and let's set the tone for the month of July for you guys. Okay. Thank you, universe. Pile number 2. Thank you. Ooh, we got the Emperor. Okay. The Emperor energy has a lot to do with what you can control. Okay. This energy is about the divine masculine energy, about action, because this energy is related to Mars, okay, in astrology. The Emperor is about you having the confidence, sitting on top of the things and overlooking, right, your kingdom or your empire, basically, and you command your troops, you command your space, and you hold a very strong sense of authority in you. Confidence is a key, actually, for this card, okay? Know your value, know who you are, all right? Very good. One card from Oracle of the Celestial Deities, and we have got the Moon. Beautiful. The Moon card is also very, very much about your independence, okay? The Moon goddess Artemis is a fierce huntress. So when this card sits together with the Emperor, it's very much talking about you setting your mind on something and you're gonna go get it, right? It's about this, you're gonna be a go-getter this month. You're gonna be very focused, right? As an archer, right? You can imagine you have to really fix your eyes on something, okay? So this is about that kind of very strong goal-oriented energy that we're seeing here. And don't let anyone tell you what you can't do and what you're not supposed to do, okay? Very strong energy here. Beautiful pile number 2, okay? Very good. Now we're gonna pull 3 cards. Let's have a look at your immediate environment, your interaction with the people around you. Let's have a look at your work and finally your love and relationship, okay? Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe, right? First card for pile number 2, we have got 6 of Wands. Beautiful, okay? This card has a lot to do with you're in the right environment. You're gonna receive the support and the help from a lot of people around you. Okay, people are gonna cheer you up, right? This could also be about maybe if you're doing social media, right? You could be receiving a lot of likes, right? Or your post or whatever your story can become very, very, very viral. Okay, because 6-1 is a victory. You can see, right? Everybody's cheering Jason up in there. So this is definitely showing some kind of victory, specifically some kind of support, right, from your environment, friends, right? Very, very nice. Now let's have a look at your work, and we have got 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups energy is very interesting because it has a lot to do with the transition, right? Moving on to the next stage. Now, there's always a sense of sadness actually in 8 of Cups because the so-called moving onto the stage sometimes is associated with, because the past is no longer satisfying us. Now, however, because you got 6 of Wands, okay, in the middle, I don't think this is about you moving on to the next stage with your career because you didn't do well. Quite opposite. I think it's because you have done very well. You did a great job, but you realize that, okay, but what else can I do? Right? I've done that. I've finished that. I've completed that cycle. I've done an amazing job, but it's not enough for me anymore. And so I think with the 8 of Cups, this has a lot to do with you wanting to move on to the next level for your career, right? Because whatever that you were doing was at this level, and you've been doing that for a long time. And now let's go to the next thing, right? And so the 8 of Cups is a little bit like that. Even though sometimes 8 of Cups does show that at this moment, even though you know that you need to move on to the next stage, that you haven't figured out all the details yet. So you don't know, okay, I know there's something more, but what is it and how do I get there? It's a little bit like that energy. Don't worry, we're going to pull a little bit more cards later, okay? But the most important thing is, again, coming back to this Emperor and the Moon energy earlier, right? We talked about. This is just telling you that you're already, like whatever plan that, that you're thinking that you want to do, you are on the right track. Okay, just want to let you know that. And also a lot of people who are putting this part, I think that you just very, very clear that you are very good at doing what you do. Okay, you know what your talent is, you know what you truly want, and you should just believe in that. Right, for love and relationship, and we have got 6 of Swords. Okay, 6 of Swords has a lot to do with the travel, actually. Okay, so this has something to do with maybe, in the near future, you're going to travel. Maybe you're going to meet someone when you're traveling overseas, or this could also be about someone traveling towards you. However, I actually think it's more like you traveling to them, if you know what I mean, yeah? Because the 6 of Swords is moving away from the 6 of Wands. So this is about wherever that you have already had your success and you want to move on to the next thing, right? And then when you move on to the next thing, this could involve maybe even moving, right? Moving cities, moving country, and then you're gonna see, and that's where love is. And that's where you're gonna find more meaningful connections in a romantic way, okay? Now, we're going to pull a little bit more cards from Oracle of the Mythic Heroes. 3 cards, okay? To get a little bit more details. Thank you, universe. First card, Strength, Hercules, okay? Strength, Hercules with 6 of Wands is very much about the wrestling, and you're going to win, okay? This could be about, dealing with a lot of the current situation in your current environment. And even though you are, like what I said, you are winning battles here and there, but there's some sort of like part of you are waiting for something better. So this Strength card tells you that don't give up on that, okay? For your work career, we've got Revenge, Medea, okay? Now this card also has a lot to do with whoever wrongs you or whoever is not being fair with you, right, will make you feel upset, right, in your career. Could be a client, a colleague, or I don't know who that is, but it's important that you don't let that ruin your day, okay? The Revenge Medea card with 8 of Cups usually tells you that you got to know sometimes to let go of the negative energy is the most important thing in your life, okay? Don't let those people ruin your day. Move on, let them go, all right? Don't kind of like regurgitate that in your own mouth, kind of like keep chewing the unhappy feelings there, okay? Let go is a very important thing. I think this could be about maybe like a customer, a client, or I don't know, maybe an employee or someone is not making you feel happy. but yeah, not worth it. Okay. Now with love, and we got humor, Numa. Okay. This card has a lot to do with don't take things too seriously, okay? Maybe start dating or see love in a more light-hearted way. Going on dates, feel good, right? Having a drink. It doesn't matter whether you actually drink alcohol or not, but you know what I mean, yeah? This Numa card has a lot to do with sort of like understand that life is not all serious, even when it comes to love, especially at the beginning stage. Now, if you're already in a relationship, this Numa energy has a lot to do with maybe both you and your partner needs to bring a little bit more humor into your relationship. This card is very light-hearted. You know, this Numa card, which says humor. It tells you that sometimes life needs humor. Life needs a little bit laugh, right? Instead of sort of like being overly serious about everything, because that could actually make us feel either unhappy or depressed. Now, if you're single about this, I would say try to be light-hearted at the very beginning, right? Try not to from the beginning thinking, oh, what does that mean? Are you thinking about a future? You are not serious. Why are you doing this? These kind of things. I think it's important that we just have a very good time, right, together at the very beginning, and slowly, maybe that will lead to something more serious. Maybe it will not, but it doesn't really matter because Numa, this card tells you that the most important thing is enjoying your moment and enjoy your life at this very present moment. Okay. Very good. All right. Now we're gonna pull one card, right, from Angel's Oracle. Let's just give you guys a little bit more high level guidance. And what else do you need to know, right, about the months of July for you? Okay. Thank you, universe. I think, look, palm number 2, you're really in a strong position. Okay. The Emperor is already showing that the moon tells me that you guys know exactly what you're doing. So I'm not worried about you. Okay. I don't think you're confused or you're, oh, I don't know what I want, right? I think you are very clear about how you want to live your life and what you need and what you want. But it just sometimes, you get a little bit, how do I say this? You get a little bit like weird people or like, low level people. I shouldn't say that actually. That sounds very bad, but you know what I mean, right? Like people who are not considerate, right? They're not serious with you. They're not aligned with your value. And when you're dealing with them, they could, affect your happiness a little bit. So I think one of the important things is once you realize that someone's wasting your time, don't entertain them. Okay. Thank you, universe. One card is general guidance for pole number 2, water signs. Thank you. Within the next few months, okay? So this card is a timing card, okay? It tells you that there could be something transitioning happen or change or transformation happening for you, especially if this is what the moon is targeting, okay? It's a little bit like you're targeting something. This card has a lot to do with it. Within a few months' time, you will see the answer there. It's kind of interesting because like what I said here, I'm not worried about you guys. I think whatever that you're trying to manifest, it's already there for you, okay? But it's just more or less it's about timing. It's kind of interesting because under this within the next few months, you got 6 of Swords, which is about 6 months time from now, okay? Which is about next year or the end of this year or maybe January, February period of time, okay? All right, very good. Thank you so much, Paul number 2, right, for all the water signs. You guys are extremely strong, extremely, what's the right word? Resilient, right? Nothing can really, bring you down. And you know how powerful you are, even though life sometimes is not easy, right? If you enjoy the reading, remember to subscribe to my channel, like and share it. I will see you guys very soon in the next reading session. Bye.